take me along just for a ride, but I never thought that we would kiss the sky.
Hey guys, welcome to Frank's Tech Help. So today we're going to be taking a secondary look at the SpyWatch DVR video camera, and I'm going to show you guys how to set the date and the time, change or adjust the resolution, and how to upload files and stuff from this unit. So let's just jump right in here. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your USB cable and plug it into the side of your computer. Once that's plugged in, you have to remove the little side knob where the USB cable plugs in, and then plug in the USB cable. The blue light will kick on. Now you'll have to wait for a moment. It's going to have to think about this for a second, and it's accessing the system. Anyway, once it starts blinking, you'll actually have access to it on your desktop. So let's let that start kicking in there. There we go. So now that it's flashing, you can actually come back onto the desktop, and you'll see it right here. Enjoy. And you can come up to the video folder and see any files that you've recorded to the actual watch. So, alright, well, I'm going to move this window off to the side. Now this item does come with a driver disc and a manual, if I can get it out here. So, little drivers, this would not fit in my Mac, so I had to put it in my PC and copy the files over. There's only 2 files on the disk. There's no actual drivers for this unit. And the manual is actually pretty good. It's very in-depth, but I'll go over a couple of things here in just a moment with you guys. So now with this loaded up on the desktop, the first thing we're going to do, here are the 2 files that are on the disk, time.txt and userguide.pdf. I'm going to go ahead and open up time.txt and jump up here. Now in this file you'll see the year, you'll see the month, you'll see the day, you'll see the hour, you'll see the minutes, and you'll see the seconds. There's also a carriage return down here, secondary line. Some of the systems require this blank space at the end that you see flashing right here in order to write the file to the unit. So anyway, once you update that information, you can choose File, you can choose Save, you can close this file on the desktop, and then you're going to want to drag it into the root directory of the video camera unit, so you see time.txt in here, and close out of that, and then you'll eject the drive. Now once the drive is ejected, you can come back and unplug the camera. Now after you eject the drive, if you just leave it plugged in, you'll see the blue light still flashing. This is charge mode. So if you plug it in and it tries to access on your computer, if you just eject the drive, it'll go into charge mode so you can charge it directly from your USB. So that's how you do the charging. So once you do that process, setting the time and date stamp, you just want to unplug the unit. Then you'll turn the unit on. The blue light will kick on. It'll flash to green and start recording a video. Your date and time should be set at this point. Now, let's say if you want to adjust the resolution settings, go ahead and plug it back in again. Okay. And it's going to take a second to load up on the desktop. While it does that, I'll go ahead and jump into the user guide here real quick. And to set the video resolution on this unit, you want to create a file called framesize.txt. Okay, and within that file, if you put a 0, it's going to record at 1280 by 720, as you can see right there. If you put the number 1, it's going to record at 640 by 480, and if you put the number 2, it's going to record at 352 by 288. Once again, you'll save this file off onto the drive. Once you create the file on the desktop, just drag it into the root directory and restart your camera, and it will change the resolution. Now, there's one definite advantage. If the more light that you have with this unit, you're going to get higher quality, you're going to get better frame rate. If you saw in my first review video, I had kind of low lighting situation, and it does look like it stutters just a little bit. So the more light you have, the better the resolution and the frame rate's going to be. So, alright, now, for instance, let's say, I'll jump in here real quick. I'll get to the manual here in just a second, but let's say you've got a video that you've recorded, and let's say if you want to bring that into Final Cut Express. Now, if you just drag the AVI onto your desktop here, and try to bring that into Final Cut or an editing program, it's probably not going to look that great. So I use Video Vangelis to actually convert my files, and I typically will dump the file into Video Vangelis here and take it down to like a DV format right there. so that it plays very friendly with Final Cut Express and various other. But if you're using PC, you can choose, MPEG or whatever, Windows Media, whatever various file formats that you want to use there. So, all right, now you may have luck, in doing that with just the regular file that's exported from that. So, all right. Pretty much covers the setting the date and the timestamp and setting the actual resolution within the camera. And I've already mentioned the charging. First couple of times I would charge this unit for about 8 hours, and then it should probably only take 2 to 3 hours depending on how much battery you use, how much is left. But anyway, that light will stop flashing once it's done with that. So, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and eject this just so I can unplug the camera. Okay, now let's jump into the user guide. I'm going to scroll through this pretty quickly. You can pause the video. This will be for the people who did not get a manual with their unit. So I'm just going to do a steady scroll through this entire thing. You can pause at any time to read any of the information, just in case you didn't get the manual with your unit or whatever. And as I mentioned on the driver disk, there's not really any drivers. It is consists of the time.txt file, and it consists of the user guide, which you're viewing right here. So let me go ahead and finish scrolling down through here real quick. So hopefully for those who didn't get a manual, this will kind of help you out. You can pause the video and look at all the specifications and stuff like that. So, and last little section here. So, alright, so there you have it. That's how to set the date and the time and everything. Hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, please let me know, and I'll try to do any supplemental video guys that you guys might need for this product. So anyway, there you have it. It's the SpyWatch DVR review, how to set the date and time and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. And if you've got this unit, then please post a comment, because I'm curious to see how it's working out for you. So as usual, thanks for watching Frank's Tech Help.
Take me along just for a ride, but I never thought that we would kiss the sky.